substantially different proposal, but that also is something else you could consider.
Okay. Does that answer the question, Councilmember Valerio?
It does. I assume maybe we might want to give direction, and I don't know what the answer is to that at the moment, but that is a response. Thank you.
Okay. Very good. Any other comments? Vice Mayor, did you have a comment?
Just to clarify, the city attorney, what you just said about alternatives, I guess the council could just move to defer a vote on this issue. Yeah, which would be a little cleaner if we deferred.
Very good. Councilwoman Verrieder, do you have a question or comment?
A comment. I think Vice Mayor's suggestion is appropriate, but I think it's important that the people here this evening know that although I recognize that there was a lot of emotion and cultural issues in discussion, remember, for us, this is not an emotional or cultural decision. We were being asked to determine whether or not the application for changing the name of the street met the criteria that we've established for changing the name, albeit whether or not there were any cultural issues involved. So although the two groups may come to some agreement that they believe is appropriate, that they want to bring to the city, if it's regarding the name of the street, remember that we have issues of precedent, continuity, etc., that we would be considering. So I think my caution is that even if the two groups bring an agreement to us, it may not, or it may meet with the criteria that the city has established. So I think it's important up front to know that.
Just to clarify, Councilwoman Reeder, what you're saying is that it sounds like these people wish to withdraw this particular motion and go figure out something else, by the way, which sounds like a very sensible idea to me. But your point is also that they need to figure out something else within the context of the city and its procedures. And ultimately, all three groups, I mean, the city council primarily would have to agree with whatever they bring forward. Is that what you're saying?
I think that's about what I said.
Okay, thank you. Let's see, Councilmember Risch, I think you had your light on. Oh, Councilmember Howe, thank you very much.
Yeah, just a brief comment and then a question. The comment is a couple of the last speakers brought up, and they're from a mobile home community, and I would suggest that there's not just two groups involved, but there's additional groups involved. Not that you've said that there's only two groups involved. And the question I would have for you is, if we were to continue this item, how long would you want it continued for? How long do you think it would take for you to work with these other groups?
Almost a year.
Almost a year?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Also, I wanted to bring up to your attention, Fred,
Okay.
some of these business people who we've been talking about it on Pershing Drive, they have signed a piece of paper saying they have no objection of changing. For your records, I would like to present this piece of paper as well.
Okay.
Keep it on file.
If you'd give it to the city clerk, that would be appropriate. Councilmember Risch, do you have a comment or question?
Just a comment, and I think that this proves sometimes that there's no simple policy change that we have here, and it's unfortunate that we had a deadlock, but I certainly appreciate your offer to withdraw this. I think that's the right thing to do, and I thank you for that. And my only other comment too is I think it's important to me to work with the businesses here that were identified, that have identified impacts, and I think another thing that I'd ask you to do is come up with a way in which you'd identify, if we carried this through, how we would deal with those businesses, only if we do. So I think that's something else that I'd ask you to work with too. So, but thank you for, I think, making a very concessionary move that is appropriate, and appreciate that. And also, I'd like to say, just finally too, I think the Hindu temple is an extremely valuable asset here in the Sunnyvale, and I'm particularly proud to have you as a member of our community. And so, please go away and continue to do good things that I know you do. Thank you.
Councilmember Walker, do you have a comment or a question?
No, I was going to make a motion, but I'll wait to
Okay.
close public hearing.
Yeah, I do need to close the public hearing. I'd like to say something. offering to withdraw the motion because of these sentiments that have been expressed here, that's a very impressive thing to do. And I applaud you. Thank you for thinking of the community. I was wondering how we were going to get out of it. I was wondering how we were going to get out of this tonight and still be a whole community and neighbors, and I think you've showed us the way, and I am very impressed. Thank you very much. And with that, I'll time out. Okay, I've got to now do some formal things. I need to close the public hearing. I assume that your presentation is at an end? Is there anything else you'd like to say?
I have a question,
Okay.
please. There may have other street names changed in the past in the city of Sunnyvale. To the best of your knowledge, how do you deal with the businesses when that happens?
The street name